This is KCCP, Kansas City's only community programming television station. The following program, produced through the facilities of American Cablevision's KCCP, is the product of an independent producer and does not necessarily reflect the opinions of American Cablevision, its staff, or management.
I'm Erwin K. Roberts. Welcome to Entertainment Spectrum. Daffy Duck up there has the idea for the season. It's almost Halloween, and let's take a look at what's going on in Kansas City. The Fine Arts Theater on Johnson Drive. We've been here before for Plan 9 from Outer Space, and now another production company has started to bring stage plays once again to this fine old, mostly movie theater. We've talked to some of the people before. This production is of Neil Simon's Star-Spangled Girl, and we'll talk to the cast and the production company about their plans for more theater in theater-rich Kansas City. Come on along.
I'm a-coming. I can keep this up as long as you can, Franklin.
I just saved us $8 in laundry bills, and I found you your blue shirt.
I didn't lose one.
I didn't say you did. I just said I found you one.
Did you eat lunch today?
Certainly. I had one sardine on a frozen waffle.
Why?
Because that's all there was.
You mean there's nothing left in the refrigerator?
There are 3 ice cubes and 1 light bulb. I'm saving those for tomorrow. We don't have any more starch. I'll put this in the freezer.
Norman, it's just occurred to me, being poor is very boring. We really wouldn't have any money problems if you'd let me do what I suggested.
And what was that?
Selling you to a medical school.
Never mind me. How about selling the magazine? How did you do today?
Well, if selling 2 subscriptions is doing good, we only did fair. Norman, is there any mail?
In the wastebasket. I am so hungry.
Rent bills, printing bills, gas bills, electric bills, food bills. Oh, this is a bill for the wastebasket.
Oh, and we owe the lady from the pet shop $1.
The pet shop? What for?
She gave me a haircut today.
Now, Norman, let me worry about the bills. You stick to writing the magazine. I need to borrow your blue jacket. I have to go out tonight.
Business?
Why else would I do the monkey till 3 o'clock in the morning at the Velvet Cucumber?
Who are you going with?
Who do I go out with every night? Our landlady, Mrs. Mackin. Norman, you got no idea what to go through to keep us from being thrown out in the street. Not only is she lacking in rhythm, she has no sense of direction as well. Last night, she walked 2 feet out, through the door, into the street, into the parking lot.
It will go down as one of the great sacrifices in journalistic history.
You don't think it's humiliating being seen in a nightclub with a dark-haired widow that wears blonde braids and picks up the tab?
She likes you, doesn't she? Why don't you take her to the beach for the weekend so we can have the apartment painted?
You think I want to fall off the back of her motorcycle the way her husband did?
Listen, anytime you want to change places, I'm perfectly willing.
Excuse me. My name is Sophie Rauschmeyer. I just moved into the empty apartment next door. I know people in big cities don't usually do this, but I promised my folks that I'd make my acquaintance with my neighbors. So I just want to say that it's been a real pleasure meeting you, and I hope to see you again real soon. Bye.
Norman, somebody just ring the doorbell? Norman? Somebody just come in?
What? No, there's no one here. Nobody came in. Go back to your room.
What What's the matter?
There's nothing the matter. Leave me alone. Go back to your room. Can't you see I'm busy working?
At the door?
I needed some air.
Why didn't you go over by the window?
I don't want fresh air. I want plain air. Now, will you please go back to
All right, Norman, just don't tense up.
Now, I was appreciative that first night when you carried my trunk up the stairs. The fact that it slipped and fell 5 flights and smashed to pieces was not your fault. And I didn't even mind that personal message you painted on the stairs. I thought it was crazy, but sort of sweet. However, this time you have gone too far. I cannot accept gifts from a man I hardly know, especially canned goods. It's got to stop, Mr. Cornell. Now, I can do very well without you leaving little chocolate almond Hershey bars in my mailbox. They melted yesterday. Now I got 3 gooey letters from home with nuts in them. And I can do without you sneaking into my apartment after I've left and painting my balcony. I stepped out there yesterday, and my slipper is still stuck to the floor. And I can do without you tying big bottles of eau de cologne to my cat's tail. Poor thing kept swishing it yesterday and nearly beat herself to death. And most of all, I can do without you watching me get off this bus every morning through this high-powered telescope. Why, you made me so nervous the other day, I got on the wrong bus. In short, Mr. Cornell, and I do not want to have to say this again, leave me alone.
Aside from that, is there any chance you're falling in love with me?
What?
You are crackers, you know that, don't you? Do you know your roommate is crackers?
Yes. I just didn't know the exact medical term.
Did you listen to one solitary word I said to you?
Oh, yes, I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm looking. And I'm smelling.
I don't want to be smelled. I'm not leaving until you admit you are snide, smug, and narrow-minded.
Would you settle for belligerent?
I will accept deceitful and treacherous.
All right. Deceitful and treacherous. And you are provincial, old-fashioned, antiquated, unenlightened, uninformed, unrealistic, and unable to understand anything that isn't underwater. Your big trouble is you were born 150 years too late. You should have been at Bunker Hill, loading muskets or raising flags, waiting for the British to show the whites of their rise. You may be shocked to learn this is 1967. This country has a whole new set of problems. But you wouldn't know that because you're not a real person with flesh and blood and feelings and sensitivities. I doubt you're capable of having a genuine emotional relationship with another human being unless it were first passed by Congress, amended to the Constitution, and painted red, white, and blue. If you've been listening carefully, Miss Rauschmeyer, I've just made a point.
All right. If you want to make points, then I'm going to make one.
When you get to it, raise your right hand.
Oh,
With
you'll
you, it's
know.
hard to tell.
You'll know when I'm making it, only you're not going to like it.
Oh.
Are you listening?
No, with one ear. With you, it's all I need.
Then here goes. I don't like you for a lot of reasons I already said, but the main reason I don't like you is because I am engaged to First Lieutenant Bud Fenneman of the United States Marines. And in 6 weeks we're supposed to get married. But for some insane reason that only a Hungarian psychoanalyst could understand, I have suddenly discovered, and here comes the part I was telling you about, that I am physically attracted to you. Now how do you like that for a point? Did you hear what I just said?
I heard what you said.
Well, how do you like them apples?
Those apples.
Them apples. How do you like them?
Are you serious?
Of course.
Well, we're up here on the stage of the Fine Arts Theater once again. I have with me the cast of Star Spangled Girl. They've just finished opening night as we tape. They're about to melt under these lights that we made them put on again. And, well, let's see. We have Richard West, Berna Marone.
Bina Maroney.
Bina Maroney. And Jeffrey Drake.
Right.
Okay, ladies first. What made you try out for Star Spangled Girl?
Well, I didn't actually try out. I was called. They called us and asked us to do the show.
Ah, they knew you were here, huh?
I guess so.
And Richard, how is this different from some of the other plays you've done?
Oh, I've never done Neil Simon before on stage in a full show, but the comedy with Simon is so much different than a lot of the other comedy. It deals with the sight gags and the verbal verbiage that goes on, and the memorization that goes into a show like this is just unbelievable with just 3 people. I've only been in one other show and that had that much memorization, and it wasn't a comedy. And it wasn't nearly as much fun. So,
well, we saw you in some of your rehearsals, so we know what's going on. Yes, Jeffrey, would you tell the folks where you did most of your rehearsals?
We've got to give them a plug. The Moose Lodge in Sugar Creek, Missouri. Yes.
Yeah, it's beautiful downtown Sugar Creek, right on the bingo tables.
Right on the main square there.
So, are you ready for the rest of the run?
If we made it through opening night, I'm ready for anything. Yeah, I'm ready.
Would somebody care to explain the kitchen door from hell for our audience?
I don't know, but they sure had to fix it at intermission. There was somebody back there holding it the whole time we came through it.
I thought I was going to die. It wouldn't open.
Yeah, we could go through it. We could go off stage, but we couldn't come on stage through it. So and that was right before the show started, so we had to do some readjusting.
And that's the thing, my son and I helped us erect these sets. Eric, we've got to stay out of this mess. What would you like to say to the folks about theater in Kansas City? We always ask this when we talk to a new group of actors.
Oh, gosh. We really appreciate a lot of the support of a lot of the people. It's like I say, not only does it give us a chance to create, but as well as we hope you enjoy what we've created. So.
Okay, next.
Yeah. Well, just come on out and see it. There's an awful lot going on, and we need the people to come watch it.
And
finally, again, support. If you're interested in the arts, in theater, Kansas City has a lot of theater to do, and if you want to try it, just go for it. Just do it.
Well, folks, Entertainment Spectrum has been to another theatrical production. We'll be seeing more in the near future. Matter of fact, there's probably more than we can even cover. So, back to the studio. I'm Erwin K. Roberts. Well, the production of Star Spangled Girl has come and gone, and we hope to see more from that little independent production company. But, as we mentioned up front, the Fine Arts Theater was the stage for Plan 9 from Outer Space, the musical. And by heaven, about the time that you see this, it will have returned, folks. Yes, that Insanity Plan 9 is coming back to the Fine Arts Theater. And they've even signed the star, Erin McGrain, to reprise her role of Paula, the very 50s heroine of Plan 9. We have a clip from the last production, and we'll be back with more of Entertainment Spectrum.
It used to be the only stars I talked about were those I saw upon my movie screen. I used to wonder what it would be like if Hollywood ever asked me to play it just one scene. With the true stars shining in the sky brought strange creatures in the night, and now the citizens of movie land are terrified when
one table outside. I looked out on this land with its purple mountain fantasy and the cans that were ran. I just dreamed about my father and my kids who were yet to be. How great it is to be heaven and land of liberty. Now I was all excited. I was too young to fight the war. I mean, I paid my taxes, but I wanted to do more and contribute to my country. The honor it deserves. Now it really is outlandish, and I'm getting my chance to serve. Hero in his life. I gotta be a hero. Gotta be a hero in his life. Gotta be a hero. I gotta be a hero. Please go back. Please go back. With the inspiration, sign their names. They gave this great nation its democratic pain. We have fought the enemy. We have shed our work. We proved to all who live we are the great now on earth. Now on the importance, and I'm always asking how. And I never had my answer, at least up until now. But now I see my corner, trembling with fear. Conscious of those idiots, so I have to have them near. I gotta be a hero for my life. I gotta be a hero.
That's theater for Entertainment Spectrum tonight. We're going to close out with some movie stuff. The Bridges brothers are starring in The Fabulous Baker Boys, and here's some footage on that new film. And we'll see you next week on Entertainment Spectrum.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Good evening and welcome to the Starfire Lounge. My name is Frank Baker, and 88 keys across from me is my little brother Jack.
Jack and Frank Baker, a piano-playing duo whose careers are fading fast.
We gotta talk. I've been thinking maybe we should take on a singer.
Up and away in my beautiful balloon. Would you like to glide in my beautiful balloon? Feelings, I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it, I like it, I like it, I love it.
Name?
Susie Diamond.
Catchy. Any entertainment experience at all?
Well, for the last couple of years, I've been on call for the AAA escort service.
In the new comedy drama from 20th Century Fox, Jeff Bridges and Bo Bridges are the Fabulous Baker Boys.
More than you know.
And Michelle Pfeiffer is Susie Diamond, the singer who joins the act and turns their lives upside down.
More than you'll ever know.
So?
Within months, the trio becomes a huge success, transforming the original old-fashioned piano men into a solid act.
Don't ever go.
I didn't want it to be like a joke on that kind of performer. It's not a sketch, this is a story. You're with these people for, an hour and a half or whatever. So I wanted to make him as real as possible.
This is paint, Frank.
It's not paint. It's a magical sheath which simulates a dazzling head of hair.
Frank, this is paint.
Just help me put it on, okay? You're supposed to spray in a circular motion.
In addition to bringing success to the Fabulous Baker Boys, Susie also adds more complications than either Frank or Jack bargained for.
She sees him in his, playing his own music and stuff. He doesn't let other people really see that.
I spy on him.
She spies on him.
Susie's kind of a snoop, which I really
You're
like
always
too.
doing
She's
that,
just
aren't you?
snooping
Yeah,
around
she's always
everywhere.
sneaking around.
I just know. He's looking in his things, following him around. She's kind of sneaky.
I was in the neighborhood. I thought I'd drop by. Listen, don't get nervous or anything. I just came by to talk.
I mean, it's so clearly about people and their struggle with their talent, their relationships with each other. And without the other, they couldn't survive.
Leave her alone. I mean it. Jack, this isn't some hat check girl you can leave behind at the Sheraton. You've got 2 shows a night with her.
Do me a favor, Frank. Relax.
You do me a favor, little brother. Stick to cocktail waitresses.
The fact that we're playing brothers, that's about as real life as you can get. And for me, yeah, it's very, unusual and exciting.
Think what a year can bring.
The film is about love, between brothers, between a man and a woman. But it's also a love affair with music. The movie features many popular standards from the 1920s to the 1970s.
And action!
Ready to shoot, Laura?
Steve Clovis, the writer of The Fabulous Baker Boys and first-time director, resisted the temptation to use music from today's pop charts.
It would have been very easy to just have songs written that were much hipper than they should have been. But these songs were chosen because they're accurate for the lounges as they are today. This is the kind of stuff these people play.
With all this music, the film stars got a chance to use talents they've never shown on screen before.
Although there's no way my brother and I could play all of the music ourselves that is in this movie, we do play some pretty healthy chunks of the music. I'm one of those kids that took piano when they were a kid, and I didn't practice at all, and my parents, I kept begging my parents, I don't want to do it, and my mom said, okay, but you'll be sorry, and she was so right. And only if I had stayed, I would have, that would have been just terrific. But so this movie is a great excuse to start up lessons again and actually playing a lot of my own stuff in the show.
I really had to make an attempt to become a singer, a real singer.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you.
I've grown up listening to rock and roll. So I started out trying to sing these like, Janis Joplin or something. And it was a whole new way of singing. It was a whole new way of listening to songs. And I had to work really hard.
Trumpets are tearing my eardrums. Customers crush my toes.
The songs from that period are so just terrific songs, and Michelle sings them so well. I have a bet going on with her that she's going to be offered a contract, and I don't see how I can lose.
The Fabulous Baker Boys is about 2 piano-playing brothers and the singer who changed their lives forever. A story of friendship and love, and how hard it can be to reconcile the two.